Look into my eyes, look into my eyes. Doesn't matter if they're blue, green, brown, they flash like fire.
If you guys have been wanting to move to the best surrounding city of Boise, Idaho, Meridian, Idaho, we're going to be giving you guys a full tour. We're going to be driving around, showing you guys all the special places from parks to schools to best restaurants. I mean, absolutely everything, and shopping centers. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Let's dive into it. Guys, welcome to or welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Naseem, your host. I actually personally live in Meridian, Idaho, and I'm super excited because I'm going to tell you guys everything about Meridian today. We're going to be showing you guys, which is super different from the talking heads. We're going to show you guys what it actually looks like to live in the city, what the city looks like. And the best part is it's about that 4 to 5 p.m. So when we're talking about traffic, right, there's a big conversation behind that. This is usually when you're going to see the worst of it, and we're going to be able to show you what that looks like as well. So for those of you that are coming from California that think 4-hour traffic is normal, it is not normal, especially not in Idaho. We maybe have an extra 5 to 10 minute delays when we have traffic, but that's what we're going to show you. We're getting into the winter time, so you're kind of going to see some decorations, some not really decorated areas, but overall, you're just going to get the full experience of Meridian today. And guys, just so you do know, I am a licensed realtor, and as much as I love making these videos for you guys, I would also love to help you with your home buying needs as you relocate from wherever it is you're coming from and know more about your situation. So you'll see my cell phone number in my email. Call me, text me, email me. Don't be like the guy I ran into at Costco the other day that told me they've seen every single YouTube video and just thought they shouldn't reach out because I might be too busy. I'm not. Just reach out to me. I love to help you guys. So with that being said, let's hop in the car. We're on Meridian Road right now. This is basically where downtown Meridian is. So we're gonna head that way now, and then we're gonna show you some things as well as some parks. And we're gonna drive towards the village, and then we're gonna show you guys some of the parks in the area, some of the schools. And then behind me right now, just so you guys know, is actually the Meridian Speedway. If you actually literally look right now, that is one of the vehicles that may be getting driven today on the track. So kind of like a first-hand experience. Meridian Speedway is a super cool thing for families, or if you're into cars or just racing in general. What they do is they have a ton of different types of vehicles that'll go run laps, or you also have derby style, which is super cool. So you have a ton of cool stuff that they do here at Meridian Speedway, and that is in the heart of Meridian. So with that being said, let's hop in the car now and actually head around and show you guys a little bit of the city. All right guys, so we're leaving the Meridian Speedway right now, and just for reference, here's a picture of the map. All right, so as we're getting ready to head back onto Meridian Roadway, this is kind of what traffic looks like right now. If you guys can kind of see what it looks like. Might be a little bright just because the sun is in this direction, but for the most part, it's not too bad. Just general traffic, right? You got a lot of people coming from the interstate right now. So Interstate 84 is this way. Interstate 84 runs through all the cities. So when we're talking about cities, we're talking about Boise, we're talking about Meridian, we're talking about Nampa, Caldwell, and then the other way you got Mountain Home, Twin Falls, all those big cities as well. So really just dependent on where you're looking to move or what areas you're in. I mean, you can pretty much get through anywhere if you use the interstate a lot faster. One thing about Idaho drivers is that, as you can tell, one guy's playing country music. I don't know if you guys can hear blasting country music. Welcome to Idaho. He's probably got guns in his truck as well. That's Idaho, right? People have guns, people love their country music. Personally, I'm a hip hop type of guy. So like if you're into hip hop and old school rap and all that, you and I will get along. Not a country guy personally, apologize in advance. But with that being said, someone just let me in, just cut into traffic. People here are some of the friendliest, and funny enough, Idaho is actually ranked the #1 safest state in the country, and that just came out not too long ago from one of the FBI studies, which is awesome. So for a lot of people that are moving here that maybe have kids, or maybe are just living in a not so safe area, they're trying to get away from all that BS, this is where they want to move, and they end up moving here because they love it so much. I actually just had a phone call with someone that was moving from California to the area, and they were just telling me that, you know, the biggest thing for them is they have kids, and they just want their kids to be able to go play sports and, you know, do their thing and not have to worry about them, right? So that was a big decision for them, I don't want to say a big decision, but it was a big reason for their decision-making process of like why Idaho, and more specifically why Meridian. Now Boise is more populated than Meridian goes, and you're kind of going to see that. Like, this is not anything in comparison to downtown Boise, as far as how much is going on or anything like that. So as you're kind of driving right here, you're going to see train tracks. You're going to see older style homes, or older style commercial buildings, I should say. And then you're also going to see some that are more modern, right? Like this one right here is definitely just completely renovated. It looks brand new. It looks awesome, right? But then you have some spots where like it almost has a historic touch to it, because believe it or not, Meridian used to be a ton of fields. It used to be just not so much buildings and not so much houses. It just used to have the bare minimum, and it was just really agricultural based. So a lot of farms, a lot of different things of that nature. But now what we're seeing is Meridian is leading the charge outside of Boise as far as things coming to Idaho, right? So you have In-N-Out. The first ever In-N-Out was put here. You have the Village, which is an outdoor shopping mall which attracts people from all over the place. In addition to that, you also have the first ever Topgolf in Idaho was actually placed here in Meridian. And then you also have Shields, which is like, think of like Dick's Sporting Goods and put it on crack, like on steroids, I should say, probably. That's probably a better term to use. Put it on steroids and you're going to see, I mean, it is absolutely huge. You have a Ferris wheel in the middle of the freaking, the center, and every shopping gear as far as outdoor stuff or guns or anything you can possibly imagine, that is all in Shields. So Shields is a really cool place to check out. They also have like a little plaza where you can go get food or fudge and all that fun stuff as well, or jerky if you're a jerky person. Now, as we're kind of driving through downtown, what you're going to notice is there are quite a bit of cars out here. This is where you're going to find some of the bars. There's not a huge club presence, right? So on the con side, you don't have like a nightclub life here. And if you do, it's literally these two buildings right here. You have Off the Clock, which is actually getting ready to close down. You also have Frontier. Frontier is basically like a country bar kind of, but they also do a hip hop night here and there. So they have some different things that they do. But outside of that, you really don't have like a big club presence here. Most people would travel to downtown Boise. Now on the right side here, you also have another plaza here, which has a little water area for kids, which is really great. You have a little restaurant here that is great for food, or if you're into drinks, you can also come here. This is called 8030 Common. So that's probably one of the more popular areas for a lot of people to go get food and drinks here in downtown Meridian, but not necessarily like a ton of development as far as commercial stuff goes here. So when it comes to going out, nightlife, things of that nature, Boise is probably going to be your best bet. Nampa's the same way. You're not going to have a ton of stuff to do there. Maybe when they're doing events, like they have goodness, what do they call it? A Latin night that they used to do during the summertime. So when it's a little warmer outside, they do Latin night, and they'll have all the Mexican cuisine, all the Latino and Latina culture out there, and they're just doing all types of fun stuff. And that's every Friday night. But that's really the closest thing you'll get to even Nampa as far as nightlife goes. Now, as we're kind of driving around here, you're going to notice you do have some people walking around, a lot of people driving around for the most part. You do have people that are riding bikes or on scooters and things, because it's just a safe area. You can do that stuff type of here without having to worry about getting robbed or getting mugged or potentially, be put in a dangerous situation just because Meridian is a very safe area. So you do have little pop-up areas, kind of like this restaurant here. This is another bar area, and I believe this might be the one that you actually bring your dog, if I remember correctly. Might not be. Don't hold me to that one, but you also have your post office here to the right, and this is all just on Meridian Road alone. So now we're getting closer and closer to the Village. This is just now breaking through downtown. So that was it. That was as far as downtown Meridian goes, that was pretty much the whole thing that you guys just saw. There is another side of the road as well, but not too big of a difference. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start driving towards the Village, which is the most popular shopping center. We'll kind of walk around a little bit there, and we'll also show you guys a little bit of what that looks like. They might get mad at me for recording because they do like people to get permission before they go in and record content there, but I think they love me enough at this point. Hopefully they love me enough and they'll just let us get through. But we're gonna speed up the video, so we'll see you guys at the Village. All right, guys, so real quick, I know I said I would see you guys there, but I want to point some things out as we're driving to the Village, because I think this is important, because we're going to be hitting some pretty big areas. So right now behind me, which we just drove past, was a Crunch Fitness. So for those of you guys that are into the fitness environment, or just going to the gym and taking care of yourself and all that fun stuff, not saying that some of you guys aren't, but some of you guys that are fitness enthusiasts, Meridian is a great place for you guys because there's so many different types of gyms, right? You have Crunch Fitness, let me go in order. There's the bottom of the food chain, and but what I mean by the bottom of the food chain is maybe like they have good material or good workout fitness machines, but it's not going to be like the top of the top, right? So they're not like the prestigious ones. So you do have Crunch Fitness, you're going to have Planet Fitness, and then you do have, I mean, those are probably more of the, you're probably going to have a few smaller local ones as well. The next level where you're going to have like, you know, pretty decent equipment is going to be Idaho Fitness. They have pretty good stuff. That's probably going to be like that middle tier as far as the fitness goes. And then I think the best of the best, you're going to have 2 gyms. One of them is going to be Empire. Good buddy of mine owns Empire. They have a great facility. It's a smaller facility. I know they're getting ready to expand into a second one potentially in the future, which will be significantly bigger, but just a great community. If you're all about, you know, working out and having a great vibe and great people, that's a great gym. And the other side, if you have the, how can I say this? If you're one of the meatheads or you're more into like the IFBB and bodybuilding or also powerlifting, then you also have my gym, which I personally go to, which is the Mecca. Now, me personally, I'm probably going to be changing gyms once they open up a Lifetime Fitness here. They are opening up a Lifetime Fitness. If you're not familiar, think of like the all-in-one gym that has everything from bars and pools and business centers and fitness. I mean, it just has everything, right? So that's probably why I'm going to switch. But the Mecca is a really good one where they have a lot of fitness stuff that is focused towards bodybuilding, powerlifting, or if you're just someone that wants to get into the fitness world and want to be surrounded by some really smart personal trainers. Empire also has some personal trainers, by the way, just want to give them credit there. But the Mecca is really big focused around the fitness environment as far as getting you guys on stage for posing and bodybuilding or even competing in powerlifting competitions, which are sometimes held there as well. So we're going to turn the camera back to the street now. So this is a new plaza here to the right that they're starting to develop now. It's got some companies as far as like banking and studios, and then you have some more just big commercial areas. This whole street is pretty much all commercial areas. And the street that we're on right now, or at least heading towards, is going to be Eagle Road. And Eagle Road has everything. I mean, it is the busiest road all day long in Meridian, and it's specifically due to the fact that it takes you to the village. It also takes you to Eagle, Idaho itself, the city. It's one of the main points. It also takes you to Interstate 84, so you just have a ton of different things here. So on this corner, you have the village. You also have a Krispy Kreme and a First Watch restaurant. If you guys are familiar with what First Watch is, you have a Ross over here. You're going to have Panda Express. You're going to have some, oh man, it's a really good restaurant called Hook and Reel. And Hook and Reel is basically seafood boil. So you have seafood boil here, but here's the thing, guys. You also have Puppyland. Don't go get a dog there unless you're willing to pay $3,500 to $6,000 for a dog just because they want to give you warranties and insurances. And I mean, it's personal opinion, guys. I got my dog from Craigslist, right? Like Debo, he's my pit bull. He's the best dog I could have ever asked for. He's the most obedient dog outside of like maybe wanting to bite a kid's arm every now and then. He's kind of bad with that, but I think it's because he's protective of me. Anyways, not to go down that rat race. Here's the thing, right? You have all these commercial buildings, and then behind me, you just have this big farm field. Check this out. Let me show you guys. Just a farm field. So like when we're talking about all you have once upon a time is farm fields, like we're not even joking. Like this is legitimately a farm field. And then here, this area right here is the village, which is the most popular shopping center all around. So whoever owns this property or piece of land right here, I'm sure one day they're going to get paid immensely for it because they're holding on very strongly because this is just, like I said, one of the most popular areas to shop around. And another couple of areas just to kind of mention, you also have the Albertsons here. And we're probably going to walk into the Albertsons, and I just want to show you guys what that looks like because for me, that is my favorite store to go shopping, to go get groceries, and to just, I mean, honestly, even go be a big back, aka a fat, you know what, and get desserts and all that good stuff. Or even when we have like events where we have people over at our house, maybe for like 4th of July, and we want to get a cake to celebrate or something, we always go to that Albertsons just because they just do an amazing job. So funny enough, I learned that Albertsons has their headquarters, or at least was founded in Boise, Idaho. Same with some of the other tech companies, like Micron is a Boise, Idaho company, and they are expanding like crazy. Absolutely insane how much growth is coming from there. We're going to make sure to highlight that for you guys on another video, but a lot of people working at Micron are also moving to Meridian as well. So Right now we're driving towards the Village. So we're gonna go ahead and show you what that is. So this whole area here is the Village. You got Big Al's, which is a bowling area. You got the Village Cinema, which is a theater. You have Villa Sports, which is another great gym, which I didn't mention. That's probably your mid-tier gym. You have Nike, Ulta, you have Sierra for those of you guys that like their outdoor equipment. But this is gonna be the Village, right? So to your right, you have Mountain West Bank, which is awesome. I mean, it's in that corner there, but what they do really well is they decorate the crap out of it here on the Village, especially during the holidays, when at nighttime or during even Veterans Day, they'll put all the United States flags out, and they just do a really great job as far as presentation goes. Over there to the right, you have the first ever In-N-Out that was built and opened up here in Idaho. And then as we kind of keep driving through here, I'm going to show you guys, going to point some things out. But this is a really big shopping area, right? So there up there, you'll see Villa Sports, which is that gym. It's on the second level. So you have just a really great, amazing view of the entire just Village area and some of the streets there. But tons of people come here, whether you're a teenager that is getting out or whether you're a grown adult that needs to go get some shopping done. They just opened up Abercrombie and Fitch here. That was a motorcyclist that doesn't know how to drive every now and then. You may get some of those just to be transparent. And then we'll kind of name some spots off as we go, but just a really nice, gorgeous area, especially if you like to go for, if you're like a mall walker or anything like that, you'll love this spot. Buckle is right there. You have Sephora for all the ladies who love to maintain, or guys do that now too, that like to maintain their face and all that. You have Mac there. To the left, you have Sid's Garage, which if you guys don't follow me on TikTok, but would like to see more stuff as far as just real estate content or restaurants or places you should try to eat. I mean, Sid's Garage is one of the most popular burger spots, and they're so famously known for their milkshakes on top of that. Some of the craziest things. Kona Grill is another great restaurant that people love to go to here to the left. And then you also have, of course, one of the most popular areas for you ladies is Victoria's Secret here to the right. You also have Vans and Lululemon on top of that as well. To the left here, you have a huge fountain. It may not be on simply due to the fact that the weather is a little cold right now, but you also have a playground area for kids. You have La Creme, which is a good ice cream spot, or yogurt. Frozen yogurt is what it is, not ice cream. To me, it's all the same. Maybe one of you guys can explain the difference to me between yogurt and ice cream in the comments. I'm willing to listen because I don't know the difference, but just a lot of great areas. As you can kind of see, people just all walking around, having a good time. You have Matador, which is a great, just a small kind of like finger food, but they also have like Mexican food as well. And then you have R&R Barbecue, which is probably my personal favorite barbecue spot of all time out here. At least that's the most consistent one for us that we really love. You have a CarMax and all the dealerships here right in front of us now. So all the dealerships go all the way down this way. And I'm talking about, you have your Toyota, you have your Mercedes, you have your Audi and Lexus and Nissan and all those spots, BMW, all the dealerships are here. Now they do have some exotic dealerships as well. So if you're looking for maybe like an Audi R8 or a freaking McLaren or something of that nature, you do have the ability to go and find some of those vehicles here. Now, Idaho is not notorious for having those vehicles, just so you guys know, as I personally have been doing some research for myself, but I haven't been able to come across exactly what you want. So most people, when we're looking at exotic cars or maybe more specific vehicles, a lot of people like myself, for even this car, we went and flew out to Salt Lake City to purchase this one, and it's nothing crazy, right? It's just a Mercedes SUV, but some people actually will fly out just to go get their vehicles because Idaho is not notorious for having like big, fancy, luxurious cars every now and then. You still, like I said, you do still have your Audi, you still have your Mercedes, but it's not like we have a dedicated, Lamborghini dealership or Ferrari dealership. Those are going to be in Salt Lake City. You do have a Porsche dealership, you do have a Range Rover one, but those aren't like necessarily, peak luxury, right? It's not exotic or anything, but they are on the nicer end of vehicles. So you do have that at least. Also, I'm not sponsored by Ghost by any means, but 10 out of 10 recommend for those of you that crash at 4 or 5 p.m. and just need to pick me up. Highly recommend this. All right. So now in front of us, the Village is now behind us to the right. In front of us is going to be kind of that Ross and Ashley's Furniture that I was telling you guys about, and the Albertsons. So we're actually gonna go walk into the Albertsons real quick, show you guys what that looks like. And to the left here, you have Walmart. So for those of you guys that love your Walmart, this is probably the biggest Walmart in Meridian. They do have their own gas station, I believe, as well. And then you just have little stores here. You have a NutriShop. You have Texas Roadhouse. For those of you guys that love your Texas Roadhouse, we do have a Texas Roadhouse here. We also have a Longhorn Steakhouse. We don't have Whataburger though. So for those of you coming from Texas, sorry to let you down. No Whataburger yet. And something that they are building currently is a Raising Cane's. That'll also be on Eagle Road. So that's super exciting. But just a lot of cool development that's coming to Meridian, and that's also what's attracting a lot of people, in addition to the great schools district. So since we're sitting at a red light, let's talk about that. Meridian is going to be attached to a couple different school districts, but the most popular one here for a lot of clients that have reached out to us that have asked about a specific one, the most talked about one is the Ada County School District. The reason why, or let me be more specific, the West Ada County School District. And the reason why is because they're always ranked higher as far as the academic scores. They're always competing at a pretty high level on the athletic side. So for those of you that have children in football, basketball, golf, volleyball, whatever it is, they usually do relatively well there. So that's why a lot of people really love that school district. But in the meantime, as far as safety and family friendliness, or just the level of enjoyment and satisfaction and quality of life here is just next level. That's why I personally chose to live here, and I absolutely love it. My partner, she absolutely loves it. She pretty much was going to hang herself if we kept living in Mountain Home because there's not a lot to do here. Sorry I got dark humor. If you can't handle that, unfortunately, you know, it is what it is. But she absolutely loved Meridian. It was close to her best friend, so I didn't have to hear about that. She just went and hung out with her best friend, which was great. Now her best friend moved away, so I got to deal with her a little. I'm just joking. I don't mind her. She's laughing. We're having a good time, so she's not mad until I get off the camera, then call 911. Just jokes, guys. But genuinely, like, Meridian has been such a huge blessing for us. We live on 10 Mile Road, and we're going to show you guys that road as well. The reason why we chose 10 Mile was they're building a bigger and badder version of the village. And what I mean by badder is like more on steroids, right? They're bigger and better than ever is what they're going to be doing. So super exciting for us. We wanted to get ahead of that because we enjoy the village so much. We wanted to be closer to the bigger and better village when it does get built, and it is currently being developed right now as we speak. And it's been super cool to see that project happen. We're just waiting for so sweet. You do good, people will do you good. All right, so this is the Texas Roadhouse I was just telling you guys about. And then to your left, you have like a Sportsman Warehouse, Dollar Tree, a bookstore, Ashley Home Store. And in front of us, you're gonna have Popeyes. For those of you guys that are like me that love your fried chicken, I love my fried chicken. I love Popeyes just as much. You do also have KFC if you're a KFC person. You don't have Church's chicken if you're from the Midwest, unfortunately. But you do have some pretty damn good chicken out here. So, like I said, you have Ross there, you have Office Depot there, and then that big store right there is Albertsons. For those of you that aren't familiar with what Albertsons is a huge grocery store. At least this one specifically is, and we're kind of going to show you guys that because you're going to absolutely love it. You also do have your IHOP. Fun fact for those of you guys that don't know this, I actually worked at IHOP for 3 years of my life before I joined the Air Force, which is what ultimately brought me here to Idaho, was joining the Air Force. So really cool story behind that. I was, 18 years old, 17 years old, working at IHOP full time, crunching 40, 60 hours a week, and a senior in high school. But I had a good time. It was probably one of my funnest jobs outside of what I do now. I think real estate is the best job in the world. I get to meet all of you guys, and I'm a social butterfly on top of that, which kind of makes sense why I was a server, then military, then, real estate. So, let's see what we got going on here, buddy. All right. So we're going to head inside and show you guys the Albertsons, and we'll go from there. All right, so this is the Albertsons that we personally shop at. I'm mic'd up right now, so this is a little awkward for me personally, but we're gonna have fun with this anyways. All right, let's go inside. No, So as you guys kind of walk in, you'll notice, I mean, this is like the biggest, one of the biggest Albertsons, but you have everything from groceries, as far as garden, you have meals to go that they already have made, you have a Starbucks, you have a bar, which the bar that will actually allow you to get drinks, and then what you can do is you can walk around, shop, get your groceries while you're enjoying and sipping on a wine or a beer or whatever it is. Then they also have a kitchen area that they'll make Asian eats. They have food that's ready for you to go, so like a salad bar. They have hot food, or also like a meat and pizza and gyros and fried chicken. So they have all types of things. Then to your left, you have cold meats, you have cheeses, all the stuff. All right. Now another really cool thing is they do have their own wine cellar here. So you have all their wine out, and then they have wine professionals, a wine steward more specifically, that will help you figure out what kind of wine you should be getting, or if you have a specific desire, a specific taste you're really looking for, maybe a specific ingredient, they'll help you find that as well. But here's my favorite section. As you guys heard earlier, I am a really fat kid. I'm a huge fat kid at heart. So I like my cookies, my cakes, and bread and all the stuff that you're not supposed to be eating. That's all I really want to eat all day long, but I try to take care of myself and go to the gym in the morning and all that fun stuff. So they have a really nice selection of absolutely everything. You got all your donuts over there. Then you have all your cakes on display here. Well, some of them at least. And then you have your cookies, your ice cream, and all types of different stuff here. Look at all this. Just take a look. You guys take a look. Oh, that's so cool. Look at the brain cake, and oh, that's so dope. Oh, sample. We're just gonna do a sample real quick. This looks dope. Look at this. They got a tombstone cake. So it's Halloween, obviously. So you got your pumpkin cake there. Here we go. You want a bite of this? You got samples every now and then. There you go. I love this place. I love this place so much. She wants another bite. She might be a bigger back than me, guys. Something really cool, they have their own popcorn that they make here freshly. And then now we're entering, excuse me, I'm being a fatty. This is so good. We're gonna have to go buy some. After this video, you'll watch us get some more. How's it going? So now you have your meat, you have your live lobster there, all your fish and seafood here. You have a little poke salad, or salad for seafood. And then all your meats right here. And you can also have them cut it the way you want it, or you can have them, if they don't have it, you can come in and have them season it. Like for us, they know we come in for our herb and butter chicken. They have this seasoning that we absolutely love. Our absolute freaking favorite is the herb and butter chicken all day long. Now, I would show you guys the entire grocery store, but that's a lot. So basically, to sum it all up, you have your Gatorades, you have your chips, you have your cereal, you have your milk and orange juice and all that fun stuff. So you have all that here. But we're gonna cut it short because we don't wanna be here walking around too long, recording a bunch of people and then get some complaints. So this is the biggest Albertsons though. At least this is the Albertsons I like to come to, just because they do have everything for the most part. And some people like Whole Foods, some people like Trader Joe's better. It's really up to you guys, right, at the end of the day, but we just wanna give you guys just a insider look of like some of the grocery stores and what they offer here as well.
Okay, put the camera down.
Huh?
Can I put the camera down?
No.
Oh, good.
We're not gonna put the camera down. We're gonna stay and keep walking awkwardly and keep. People are probably looking at me like I'm a celebrity.
The amount looks you're getting is insane.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. I think it's funny though. And then of course you have all your flowers. By the way, for you fellas that are trying to spoil your ladies, you do have like a bunch of flower areas where you can go and just make sure you pick the best cream of the crop and really impress her. On top of that, it is Halloween season, so you do have the pumpkins out, you do have the harvest and all that fun stuff out, which is really cool. So That's what you have here in the Albertsons. All right. Also, I just want you guys to know, my girlfriend lost her bet. She thought we were gonna get kicked out for recording. She had a bet with the editor, so now they get to. I wonder what what did you lose if he won?
I didn't bet him anything.
You didn't bet him anything?
No, I just bet.
Never mind. It was just a friendly bet. That's not even fun. What's the point of betting if you can't bet something? You know, you gotta bet something.
Well, I didn't bet with him,
Okay.
you know, verbally.
Anyways, all right, guys. And next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna head to Settlers Park. It's absolutely gorgeous area. Tons of things to do, but we're gonna show you guys that next. All right, I know I said we were gonna meet you at Settlers Park. You guys know me, but Cold Stone is an ice cream store here. You have another wine shop. You have Claire's for those of you that are looking for jewelry or to get your first piercing ever, like I did. That's where I went. Funny enough, she's actually the other side. My girlfriend's looking at me with these big eyes because she didn't know that. I had my wisdom. Okay, guys, here's a fun story. Ready? I had never gotten my ears pierced before, anything pierced or tattooed or anything like that. And I was like, I had to go get my wisdom teeth done. And this was while I was in the military. Real quick, you have Zerkers here, which is great for party and wedding stuff. So kind of like a party city, if you guys know what that is. Great spot for that. Anyways, so back to story time. We were getting my wisdom teeth out. And I knew I was gonna be high off of drugs and pain medication already because they just pulled my teeth out. And I was like thinking ahead, I was like, I won't feel it if I'm already medicated. So I decided that's when I want to get my piercings because then I can't act like it hurt if it did actually hurt. So I got my piercing for both my ears while I had my wisdom teeth removed. The second I got it removed, we went straight to the mall and got it done. So that's my story behind my piercings. There's something I've never shared with the internet before. All right, so we're on Eagle Road again. Just for reference, just so you guys can see some of the traffic. It's not too bad, but people are really nice, so they let you kind of make your way in between. Thank you. And what I love about Idaho people is a lot of the drivers will let you get in front. Now that's not gonna happen with every scenario, but for the most part, a lot of people have let me just squeeze in where I need to, right? Which is super awesome. And you usually don't get that with crazy drivers of New York, Texas, specifically San Antonio, especially, don't even get me started about California drivers. We all know that story, but I just like to tease you guys. So for the most part, just a really great area. But now I'm actually gonna let you guys go so we can get to the Settlers Park and then we'll restart the video or continue the video from there. All right, so the next thing that we're gonna be talking about is Settlers Park. Now we're not gonna do the full tour here, right? I don't wanna take too much time because if we try to walk this whole park, it would probably be like a 3-hour video just because of this section alone. But what you're going to have is you're going to have pickleball and tennis courts. You're going to have a horseshoe court. No kidding, like literally a horseshoe court. Then you have cornhole. You have a ton of people with their dogs. You have all the kids right now, they're playing flag football or soccer. And then you also have a bunch of softball fields and baseball fields. In addition to that, you have a playground over there and you probably have more fields than ever. I mean, you just have everything here. This is literally one of the biggest parks in Meridian, if not the biggest park. Only reason I don't want to say it is the biggest park because I want to fact check myself before I say that. Now, with that being said, this is available to the public. Anyone can come by, take a walk. Anyone can go for a stroll. Anyone can walk their dog. Make sure to pick up your dog poop. Be a good person, of course. But for the most part, people just absolutely love this park because it is family friendly. It's also adult friendly if you want to bring the guys. For me personally, if I imagine using this park, I would bring all the guys that I play football with and we would be playing, you know, probably 7-on-7 where you're probably playing two hands touch because, you know, flag is, it's just a different game, you know? Like I'm a football player, I'm used to tackling people, but at least I can put my hands on you, give you a nice little push and remind you that I can still get you if I need to. But that's what I would do. But this is just one of the top parks and probably the most well-known park as far as recreationally, for children, for people to come play sports. Even the senior folks will come out here, and I kid you not, I've seen them play at the softball field, and it is one of the coolest things. And I'm talking about, like, I don't know if you guys ever seen Employee of the Month where they take their company out. I think it was Employee of the Month. I might be wrong there. Don't quote me on that, but I think they took their entire work out to go play and they won, but it kind of reminded me of that movie when they were doing that. But it was the coolest thing. So when I saw it, it just reminded me of that. But it was nice to see some of the older folks out there. You know, their knees probably don't work the same, just like mine. I'm like barely like hanging on. I think I got a couple ligaments working, but half of them are gone. But it's just a great environment for a lot of people. So with that being said, what we're going to do next is we're going to tour 10 Mile Road next. We might even, you know what, better yet, what we're going to do is we're going to drive through some of the neighborhoods. There's some really great ones around here. This is super close to the village, by the way, as far as Settlers Park to the village. I'll pop up the map so you guys can see how far that is, but it's relatively close to everything. Great schools all around this area. You have some homes behind this area as well that are very popular simply due to the fact that they're right next to this park. And a lot of people come out here and participate in athletics and all that fun stuff. So with that being said, let's go check out some neighborhoods, and then we'll show you guys 10 Mile Road, where that is probably the busiest and most up and coming. It's not the busiest yet, but it's the most up and coming area simply due to the fact that they're bringing so much stuff, to include there is a Costco on that road, there is a Chick-fil-A on that road, there's a Dutch Bros, there's a Human Bean, which is 2 coffee stores, by the way, if you're not familiar with Dutch Bros or Human Bean. They also have Costa Vida. They also have a Marco's Pizza. They have a Panda Express, a Walmart. They have Pizza Hut. What am I forgetting here? There's so many stores on there, it's not even funny. Costco is probably the most important one for those of you that love Costco. So that is also in Meridian. You also do have a Costco in Boise if you decide Meridian is not for you. But regardless of your goals, we can help you guys kind of put together a game plan as far as what's important to you. So let's go check out some neighborhoods. We'll talk about some of them, tell you guys a little bit about it, and then we'll check out 10 Mile and we will wrap up the video from there. So let's hop in the car. All right, so guys, real quick, as we're driving through to the neighborhoods, real quick, on the right side, you have Rocky Mountain High School. Now, this is one of the most popular high schools here, simply due to, like, man, their stadium is amazing, their athletic program is amazing, academically, they just do a great job. So a lot of people really love this high school specifically. Now, a neighborhood that's going to be literally minutes, not even minutes, seconds, I should say, literally seconds away. I mean, it's a quick walk across the street, depending on what part, is going to be 2 neighborhoods. You're going to have Paramount here on the right, and we're actually going to show you that. And then to the left, you're going to have Losha Falls. Now, Losha Falls is a great neighborhood because they have a ton of water. Obviously, it's wintertime, so they don't have the water flowing right now. They had to turn them off for the winter season, but just a really great neighborhood. We're kind of going to show you guys some of the homes, so we'll slow down a little bit. This community has tons of pools, great parks, just really beautiful homes. So I'll show you a little bit of what that looks like. So these neighborhoods are going to be your neighborhoods that you love to go to because you have a lot of people that are participating in decorations or for trick-or-treating. They get a lot of traffic, right? So for some of those neighborhoods that you're looking for that are like, oh yeah, we definitely want to be a part of that, this probably isn't the greatest start to kind of show you the decoration side of things. Paramount is a really good one, but we are still a little earlier in October as we're making this video, so keep that in mind. But not all the decorations are going to be out just now, so you're going to have the onesie twosies, and as we get closer to Halloween, of course, people will start putting their decorations out. But we're going to go through the little loop here. This is just a little bit of some of the homes and what they look like. But here you're going to have some of the park. So here to our right, what you're going to see is a basketball court. You have a playground with a swing set. You do have a table area for, you know, if you want to have an event or whatever the case may be. Now here to the left, you have this big loop. Now this is pretty much like the heart and soul of the neighborhood. Here to the left here, you typically have all 3 of these stones going off with water, and it's just such a beautiful, I mean, it's just a really stunning view. Really great neighborhood. You have people that are always walking their dogs around here, kids walking around, playing around, having football. They actually also have a disc golf course as well out here, so you'll see some of these here around the area, so that's really cool. But homes are absolutely stunning. As far as price point wise, you'll see some homes start in the 500,000 price point and up. So it's just a great area in general. But this is just a little loop I just wanted to kind of run you guys through so you can see a little bit of the area. Now these homes do start to get more expensive dependent on what area or where the homes are. The homes do get nicer in some areas, so you may see some of those homes start to climb really fast because they have maybe RV bay garages or maybe 3,000, I mean maybe even 4,000 plus square feet. So you're going to see a good variance of everything. And like I said, this is just a great neighborhood because it's close to that high school. that a lot of people want to be nearby. You also will notice you have these big bike trail rides instead of sidewalks on the side of the road here. So people really love that as well. But for the most part, just a great neighborhood, great community to be around, great location, very close to the village, very close to shopping, very close to entertainment and all that fun stuff. So if that's important to you, this is going to be probably one of your favorite neighborhoods in the area. Now what we're going to do is we're going to drive straight over to Paramount. Paramount is probably in the top 3 to 5 neighborhoods all day long as far as where to move to. So we'll show you guys the grand entrance right here. All right guys, so right in front of us you're going to see this is Paramount, and at least this is one of the entrances. There's multiple entrances into the neighborhood, but here's the thing. It is located in Northwest Meridian. It is between McMillan Road, Chinden Boulevard, Meridian Road, and Linder Road. Those are kind of all the roads that are nearby. It's about 1 square mile, so it is a master plan community, a mix of residential, retail, recreation, commercial, but it's a huge neighborhood in general. As far as the community features and amenities, you're going to have community pool, parks, playgrounds, open fields, walking paths. I mean, you have so much that it has to offer. Now, one of my really good friends, he's a VP at a technology company. He lives in this neighborhood, absolutely loves this neighborhood. His kids have all gone to Rocky High School as well, and they have no complaints at all. They do have churches in the neighborhood as well, which, I mean, for those of you guys that like to go to church or be nearby church, that's a huge bonus for you guys as well. But as you kind of drive up here, you're going to see just a ton of great things. So you always know the neighborhood is nice when you have a big water fountain, just like those two right there on the left side. You know you made it. That's my running joke. You also have some really nice freaking ducks and geese and gooses that'll come out here. It's just such a great neighborhood. It's super beautiful, especially the drive if you're looking for that tree covered streets or tree lined streets that just look absolutely gorgeous. And the direction we're headed right now, you'll actually see potentially we'll be running into the community center and one of the parks. You can see one of the kids right here literally riding their electric bike, but it's just such a great area. So some of the homes and how they kind of look, we're probably just going to drive up to the community center just so you guys can see what that looks like, but we'll show you guys some of the homes. This is also another great home for Halloween decorations or parties or just having a feeling of like a really tight-knit community. As you can see, this is like a super dope neighborhood here. But this is definitely one of those neighborhoods that a lot of people want to go trick-or-treat. They know that they're going to get all types of candy. There's all types of people that are participating. Yeah, show it. So here's an idea of just some of the homes we'll show you guys real quick. But these are very modern homes that you're going to see. I mean, you have, you have all types of style of homes, right? You have some homes that look more modern. You have some homes that look more like, I don't want to say townhomes, that's not the right word, but farm style. You have some homes that have really great lot sizes and then some homes that are a little more crowded. But it really just depends, once again, on where you're moving into the neighborhood. But for the most part, it's just surrounded by so many great things, so many great areas, so many great parks. In addition to that, price point wise, you're probably looking at this neighborhood specifically, dependent on the house, right? You can see houses as low as the high 4s, low 5s, and it can easily climb up to the 7, 8, 9 plus, dependent on the home, of course. So tons of great areas around here, just in general, in this, I mean, just general area in Meridian. A lot of people that do move to Meridian that maybe want to be closer to this school district, they usually decide between northeast, northwest Meridian, so the northern part of Meridian. Typically North 55 is a really good kind of reference point for that, but that's kind of how we have, that's kind of the trends that we've seen as far as people that are moving to the area. They really, really love northern Meridian just because it's closer to Eagle, closer to Boise, and you're kind of a little bit further away from traffic because you're not as close to 84 where everyone's trying to get on and get off and things of that nature. So that's why this area is so particularly just absolutely loved. So the next neighborhood I'm going to take you guys is going to be Spurwing. That's probably one of my personal favorite neighborhoods in Meridian. The reason why I say that is because, one, I just really love golf course communities. For whatever reason, I've always been fascinated by them. In addition to that, I also just really appreciate, you know, the different level of homes that they have. So they have homes from, you know, townhomes all the way up to some of the most expensive homes in Meridian, and I'm talking about your $3, $4, $5, $6 million homes and up. So personally, for me, it's a huge want for me personally, or a huge personal biased opinion there. But I also want you guys to get an idea of what some of those homes look like in some of that neighborhood. And also, it's close to 10 Mile, which we're going to wrap up on, as I mentioned to you guys. So what we'll do is we'll hit Spurwing, we'll hit 10 Mile, and then we will wrap up the video. And something I just want to give you guys, for those of you that are still here, we have a ton of different resources in the video description below. All you guys have to do is just literally scroll down, pause the video if you need to, and see what we have. We have a relocation guide for Boise. We have area guides for Meridian, Mountain Home, Eagle, I mean, all different types of cities. In addition to that, we also have a buyer's guide if you've never purchased a home. If you're just a big TikTok person, you can go follow me on TikTok and stay tuned with me there and get some direct interaction with me. Or also, we have 3 Facebook communities we actually run personally, and you'll see those in the description as well. So tons of resources for you guys. The best part is they're all free. Or better yet, if you're set and really want to hop on a call with us to potentially come up with a strategy for how you guys want to move forward, then all you have to do is schedule a 15-minute Zoom call with me. And it is ran by me personally, so we'll hop on, come up with a game plan for you and your situation, as many of you guys have different situations from where you're coming from or the type of help you need. We just want to help guide you guys in the best direction possible. So with that being said, check that out, but we're going to zoom in. We'll come back once we're headed to the Spurwing and land over there. All right, guys, I know I'm becoming really popular for this. I keep cutting on the camera as we're kind of driving, because I kind of want to just point things out. So one thing Idaho is very well known for is going to be the fact that they got 10,000 car washes. In addition to that, this right here is Chinden and Linder Road. Now, Chinden Boulevard runs west, and then you have Linder, which runs north and south. Now, here's the thing. These roads are very popular because there's a lot of development happening here as well, in addition to the development happening on 10 Mile. This kind of northwest area is just still developing, right? So from Linder Road all the way over to Black Cat and beyond, they're developing a lot of new construction homes, a lot of commercial construction, so a lot of big units that are coming, a lot of just great things that are coming to this side of town. That's mainly the reason why I moved here, is because of how much development they have coming on. There's a couple good reasons for that. One, investment wise in your properties, when you're purchasing a property, it's just going to allow you to drive up equity and allow you to build value so that when you do sell it, you can get top dollar, hopefully, when you sell the house. Another big thing is you have all different types of resources here. From resources wise, what I'm talking about is you have grocery stores like Winco. You also have, you have the Albertsons nearby. Then you also have Idaho Credit Union, which is a bank. You have Chipotle, Mo Betta's, which is my personal favorite, hands down, go-to for good food all day long. It's Hawaiian style food, by the way, just for clarification. But you also have tons of great stores here along the side here. You have a Pizza Twist, you have, you have boba, you got Black Rock Coffee, you got cheesesteak. On the right, you got Guthrie's, you got a medical center. Like, you have so much great stuff here on this road specifically. Now, this road is actually just, it's gonna kind of remind you of, like, how can I describe it? It's just a big road paved for heavy traffic, right? Now, the problem with that is you may hear some of that traffic depending on where your house is, if it's close by to the wrong side of the street. But here on the right side where we're going right now is actually, we're getting ready to turn into Spurwing. So I just wanted to show you guys that all was a minute, maybe 2 minutes away from Spurwing. And this right here is Spurwing itself. Now, once again, this is a very, very popular high-end neighborhood, simply due to the fact that they have one of the most gorgeous and funnest golf courses. And even when we're showing you guys some of these houses, you'll easily be able to identify that this is just a great area in general. So you'll see the caution signs for the golf carts, because there are golf carts all over the place driving in between the holes. These are probably some of my favorite homes here on the left. I don't know if you guys can see them, but they're also probably the most expensive houses in the neighborhood because there's only 4 houses in this area. To your right, you actually have the clubhouse itself, as well as its own shop, and they do lessons and all that fun stuff. Now, they do have a crazy annual membership fee. I believe it's $50,000 a year just to have a membership with this golf course specifically. So, like I said, very high-end golf course, very high-end neighborhood. They do it huge over here. As far as best neighborhood to trick-or-treat is definitely going to be this one. Mind you, with that being said, you probably should trick-or-treat on a golf cart because it's going to be quite the trip trying to make it around to all these homes, but it's absolutely gorgeous, and people just absolutely love it. So let's kind of show you guys some of the neighborhood here, and you guys are probably seeing some of these homes already, and just you understand, like, these are like the nicer side of Spur Wing, and then it does go down, like I said when I was mentioning it. You can actually, funny enough, on a side note, see some of the pollen as we are kind of getting ready to adjust season-wise. But you will have homes that are built in early, 2000s and potentially even older, to homes that are being constructed to this day still. So just a really great area in general, but these homes are absolutely beautiful. And you're kind of going to see that as we drive by these. Look at that big old Mercedes Sprinter van right there. That's awesome. So not heavily decorated right now just yet for Halloween. Some houses are, some houses aren't. But I'll tell you what, if I was a kid and I could do it all right, all over again, this would definitely be the spot where I'm going personally. Oh, it just closed. Look, we probably should have snuck into the tennis side. All right, so guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna let you guys just kind of look at some of these homes as we drive by them, and I'm gonna shut up for the first time this video.
Look into my eyes, look into my eyes. Doesn't matter if they're blue, green, brown, they flash like fire. Colors of the earth, colors of the earth. Take your flag and stick it where you like, I'm reaching higher. Oh darling, and if you think the planet's grip can hold me back, I am a rocket, there's no way you can stop me if you try. I never felt so free as I do right now, no way that I'm ever coming down. I'm on my way to leave the atmosphere, it's all coming clear. Say your au revoir, baby, I was made for the stars. Listen to my voice, listen to my voice. Coming at you like a lion's roar, I won't go quietly. Take a picture now, take a picture now. Go on, point the hubble at me, don't lose sight, I'm high society. Oh honey, if you believe in gravity, just watch and learn.
All right, guys, so that was just a small look of the neighborhood. We have actually done a full video for the neighborhood specifically because it is so damn big. Now, as a finale, what we're going to do is we're actually just going to do a quick UE here because this is our favorite house in the neighborhood. Like, if I could buy any house, if I could, you'll see why I'm saying that. If I could buy any house, it would be this one specifically because I love it. But this is just a little bonus feature so you guys can see and have a good time with me. But we're going to have her put it back on the street right now so you guys can see some of these homes. The way they design it, they just freaking kill it. I love this neighborhood. I love these people and what they're doing. Oh, look, she just waved at us. How sweet is that? That's so, I love these people, man. As I'm saying it, they're just proving it. This home was just recently sold. It was listed for roughly 2.3, I believe. Now, here's our favorite house of all time, and they just, I love them. Look at this. Dude, they killed it. I love it. Absolutely love this house. This is our favorite house of all time. They do it right for everything, and they go hard, so it's just awesome to see that. And then in addition to that, if you guys didn't see that, they have that big ball. I don't even know what it's, I mean, it was probably a pumpkin if I'm being honest with you, but let's see if we can see it from here. Get you guys a better view. But this is the golf course, mind you, just so you guys can also see that. But you have the water there, and then turn the camera. It's probably hard to see. Sorry guys, I let you down there, but just a beautiful neighborhood. And I mean, all the houses are very, like, they're just stunning. Now, you guys do have smaller houses if you're not looking for the grand shebang like these ones on the other side. And those ones start as low as, you know, 700,000 is what I've seen for some of them. Woo. Then you got this guy with 4 Porsches in his garage. Crazy, right? But different, depends on what you're into, and depending on, you know, budget and what you'd like to spend and things of that nature, you just never know what you may find. So, I mean, they just did a great job with this neighborhood in my personal opinion. And I've heard some great things as far as the community, as far as the clubhouse and their private pool and all that fun stuff. They just did a great job. So with that being said, if you guys have questions about this neighborhood, you can just let me know in the comments, or when you reach out, call me or text me or email me. I can tell you guys more specifically, but they do have a couple homes for sale in this neighborhood right now, so I'm more than happy to answer any questions with that. But next thing we're going to show you guys is going to be 10 Mile. So why don't we just show you guys a couple more homes, and then we'll drive towards 10 Mile. All right, guys, for example, real quick, so we're still in Spurwing. I know, how many times have I done this now? This home behind us here that we just drove by is currently listed for $3.5 million. It is under contract currently. It is a 6-bedroom, 5-bathroom home, 7,288 square feet on a 0.74 acre lot. So it was sitting on the market for 49 days. It has monthly HOA fees of $117 a month. It was built in 2019 and had 8-car garage. So as far as size of the home, there was a lot of stuff that home had to offer, but just a really great area in general. And then finally, the last couple homes in the neighborhood, just, they're all really gorgeous on this side of the neighborhood. On the other side, like I said, you do have smaller homes that may fit more what you're looking for if you're not looking for, you know, a house that you would have to clean for 24 hours just to get the whole thing done. So with that being said, now we're heading towards 10 Mile. So let's speed up the video and show you guys what that looks like. All right, guys, so we're on 10 Mile Road now. Now, this is still Chinden, and then you have 10 Mile. So what we're going to show you guys is we're going to turn it around now as we hop on 10 Mile Road. But this is one of the most popular areas. Past 10 Mile, you do have Black Cat, where they're building a ton of new construction homes. But this area specifically is where they're building that next, you know, expanded version of the Village. You have Mattress Firm here. You have Costco, which I told you guys is, you know, one of the spots where a lot of people are going to be shopping for groceries, and it's just a great spot in general to just go roam around. Burger King, you got Mountain America Credit Union, which is a bank, and then you have a couple of just stores like Cafe Rio. You have like a battery store, and then you have a chiropractic store as well. You do have neighborhoods all along here. You also do have Heroes Park nearby, which is on the opposite side of the road. I know you're not going to see it, but they have basketball courts, they have a huge field, just more parks in the area. Another church right here. Some really great neighborhoods around this area specifically. And Spurwing, the entire Spurwing neighborhood was on that back end of Chinden and 10 Mile as well. So it runs all through there, but this is just a great area that's probably going to be developed more and more as they go. As you can see, there's more land here, and that's how you know in the future there's probably going to be more construction if they don't sell out that land or develop it in the future. There are some other parcels that they are building out as well, but these neighborhoods you'll start to see as we drive closer to the interstate start to get lower in price. Not for bad reasons, but just more so because you're kind of getting closer to the interstate, and as far as the finishes and builds and things of that nature, I don't want to say they're not as nice. They're just a little older on the home side. So due to that, it is going to be a little cheaper as far as cost goes. You're going to start seeing homes built in the 2000s, 1990s, and around there. So to the right there, as she was just showing you guys, you have Walmart. To the left here, you have another freaking car wash. I just told you guys, tons of car washes here. You have Mr. Car Wash there, which is one of the popular ones here. You have Marco's Pizza, like I was mentioning, Supercuts, Verizon, Panda Express, Starbucks, just a little kind of plaza area. You have a gas station here to the left. You have more free lots. Now down this road to the right here on McMillan, another very popular road, you're going to have tons of houses being built over there as well. Like I said, CBH, Hubble Homes, Hayden Homes, all those people, they're all trying to build homes out there in the area because this area is developing, as you can see to the left here. All this wasn't even here not too long ago. So this was all built recently. And now, like that sushi spot just opened up. We're watching this spot getting ready to be opened up as well. Then you have just some established areas that were already here, like dentist office, Allstate, just a couple of offices like that. And then on the right side here, you have more land that is literally going to be purchased, or this one, for example, 10-mile storage condos. They just purchased this lot and they are getting ready to develop that as well. And then you have more storage units right here as well. So tons of storage here, tons of different commercial buildings in between the houses. Then you have Bellano Creek, to the left here, which is another stunning neighborhood. Really great homes, and just really beautiful. Great spot also for people that are wanting to trick or treat and things of that nature. And then guess what? Another storage facility. If you guys haven't caught on, a lot of people need storage here for their RVs, their boats, their 10 million different things that they need to store that they don't have space for at their homes. And you also have some more commercial buildings. Here to the left, you have a trail hub. This one is Trail Creek, and you can just go roam it around on bike. You can do it on foot. And closer to that, you have some more stores like O'Reilly, Pizza Hut, a liquor store. You also have another gas station here on this corner. And then behind this area, you're going to have another golf course. Now, this is the Lakeview Golf Course. Personally, I absolutely love Lakeview. Just to give you guys a hint, this is actually where I personally decided to move, but just a great area in general. Homes are significantly cheaper than the homes in Spurwing in this neighborhood. So if you're looking for that, or looking just for affordability, this could be a great area for you guys if you want to be close to what's kind of coming and developing and be in the know. So just a great spot in general. But this is 10 Mile Road. Now all the way down you have all different types of development, but I don't want to keep showing you guys too much. If you guys have questions about the area, would like more information about the area, once again guys, I am a licensed realtor, and as much as I love making these videos for you guys, I would love to help you with your home buying needs. So we're gonna cut it here. I appreciate you guys. If you haven't already, do me a huge favor, press the subscribe button at the bottom of the screen, and then there's a bell right here, somewhere up here. If you press it, you get notified whenever you'll get notified whenever we make more amazing videos just like this. I love you guys. Thank you guys for staying tuned. I hope this was valuable. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful for you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one.